Good morning, happy Sunday morning. It's Christine Crutcher from Create with Christine. I'm here live with some Sunday morning stamping from chilly Massachusetts. It was in the 30s this morning, if you can even believe it already. So last week somebody asked me, did you do Halloween this week? And I said no. But this week I went back to Halloween, and I am featuring the September 2020 Paper Pumpkin Kit, which is Hello Pumpkin. So here's what the projects look like if you're going to make it as the kit intends. It is 20 cracker boxes, and everything comes in this cute fall kind of themed box. And I'll have a funny story that I'll tell about the box as I start crafting. But I have 2 mini cards, and then I'm going to show you an idea for a full-size card too. So I just have some cute, quick and simple, these are 3x3 mini cards, and we're just going to show you how to do this really quick. The 3x3 mini cards, I used everything in the kit. I only added a 3x6 piece of Whisper White thick cardstock. And I'm going to show you another way to put a 3x3 on a full-size card if you're not into 3x3s. So let me get the camera pointed down at my station and we will get started. Hold on a second. Okay, so like I said, this was the cracker boxes, how it was intended. 20 cracker boxes. Right now with the pandemic, I'm really not seeing a ton of people in person. So I was like, what am I going to do with these cracker boxes? One very cool thing is that they're double-sided. So one side has got more of a Halloween feel, and one side kind of has more of a fall feel. So I do love that because these could be used for Halloween or for Thanksgiving. And we're not sure right now what our plans are going to be for Thanksgiving. And I mean for Halloween too right now. I don't think they've canceled trick-or-treating yet. So I want to make sure I can find myself in the video. So just give me a minute to find myself. So here are my little alternative projects. And I think I'm pretty good. Go over a tad. So you might wonder, how the heck did I get to this point? Well, I looked at my boxes. And first what I did is I punched out all these little pieces. They're diamonds. And something kind of fun happened. And this was in the project instructions on an alternative project. But poke all these out. And I kind of wanted to look to see what I had for cardstock. But these are super cute. If you cut them in half, you have either a little party hat or a little banner or a little flag. I did not do that, but I just wanted to show that in the video. So what I want to focus on is this inside panel. And so what I did is I kind of folded down so I could cut on my score marks, just the middle panel. And then as you can see, I'm realizing it's 3 rows this way, 3 rows this way. And I thought, wow, I'm going to cut it off and then cut it in half. And I think it would be perfect for 3x3 cards, which would be great to put if you have kids or grandkids and you're doing like lunch. Whether they're going to school right now or they're doing school from home, everybody's got lunch. So it would be super cute to add to a lunchbox, or you're sending somebody a gift and you want to include a little note inside. So I'm going kind of quick. So you end up with this panel, like I said, and my cutting is not perfect, so I'm going to show you a trick for that as well. So what I did for the 3x3 cards is I just chopped this in half. Let me move over a tad more. And then this was a perfect size to lay on my 3x3s. So let me get these out of the way. And let's do our stamping. So there is quite a bit of stamping from the pieces in the kit. So like I said, I did a 3x6 piece of thick Whisper White. If you don't have thick, you can use regular. It's just a preference when I'm doing cards to use thick. And then I scored it in half at 3. So Let me just fold this. Looks okay. And okay, so my cutting might not be totally perfect on this piece, so I'm just gonna kind of sort of burnish it with my fingernail and kind of rough it up a little bit, just so if it's not perfect. There we go, it's a little bit better on this side. And maybe this side I'll do as the top, because the top, oh actually not on this one. I'm gonna do the cat for this one, and then the one with the Halloween, with the pumpkins, I'm gonna do something different and make a full-size card. So you kind of get the idea. I roughed it up with my fingernail, and then I'm just gonna glue it down to the center. For the cats, I think I went across. So I have score marks, and you can take a bone folder and very gently try to burnish some of the score marks away. And I will say, after going through over it a couple times, they did seem to lighten a little bit, but it didn't really worry me too much. So I think I said I was going to do my stamping, and I kind of went to making the 3x3 card. So let's stop for now and do our stamping. I'm going to do all the stamping at once. So for my cat, there is a little banner. There's actually a whole sheet. There's so much stuff in this kit. So there's a whole sheet of white that's got the banners, and then they have these cute little stitched banners, and then flowers. There's like a whole bunch of curly cues. So I just popped out one of the white banners. And for the cat, I did Trick or Treat, Spooky and Sweet. So I'm gonna bring over my memento. In the kit, you get a Cajun Craze Stampin' Spot. So I've been doing a ton of Cajun Craze lately, and for what I wanted to do with the other mini card, I wanted memento. So I'm just gonna come over, no, I just got my finger in the ink pad, so don't do that. It's pretty good. Oh, I'm gonna have to deal with the inky finger, so I'll just try to be extremely careful. So let's do our other pieces. For the other card, let me get the pieces. I have a packet here. I did have a Happy Halloween because it fits on the little stitched rectangle perfect, and then I'm going to stamp on the pumpkins too. So I designed this one yesterday, and this morning when I took a look at my kit, some of my pumpkins are not great. Some of the die cuts, when I went to punch them out, they don't line up. So let me know if you have a kit that your die cuts are kind of off. And then on the pumpkin, so I did have a Happy Halloween on the stitch rectangle. And on the pumpkin, I'm going to do the little jack-o'-lantern faces. So see how my pumpkin, this edge has kind of got more of a white edge? Which doesn't bother me. It would bother me if it's trimmed too close. So I'm going to do the larger jack-o'-lantern face on the bigger pumpkin. And then there's a little itty-bitty tiny jack-o'-lantern face for the little guy. Okay. So that's all my stamping for both cards. And let's put these pieces aside till I get to the other projects. So back to what I started earlier. I've got the 3x3 thick Whisper White, and I have my little piece from the middle of the cracker box on my card. And I'm going to put on my Trick or Treat. It's going to go kind of up in the corner. I used the top score line as my guide, so I kind of put it there. And let me find my cat. I had to do a cat project because on my husband's side we have cat lovers in our family, so It kind of worked out. If I have this right here, the cat can go right there. And this is like the quickest and simplest card ever. So let me put my banner down first with a little bit of liquid glue. And then for the other card, I'm going to show you a full-size version. Okay, so he fits on there, or she fits on there almost perfectly. So that's it for the cat one. So let's go back to my little Have a Happy Halloween. So I did all my stamping. This is the 3x3 version, but I also wanted to show you, oh, and I didn't do all my stamping because somewhere I had an envelope. Here's my envelope. So we do sell the 3, I think there might be 3 1/8 by 3 1/8. They're an envelope that's a tiny bit bigger. So I thought I would also stamp the envelope to coordinate. So I'm just going to use the big jack-o'-lantern face there. And then I can write their name if I'm just mailing this as a gift, with a gift, or giving it with, like I said, a lunchbox or a little break, or so those two coordinate. So then let me show you, if you aren't into mini cards and you like full-size cards, I added a few items from my stash, and this is what I came up with. So I do need my hat. So a 3x3 Whisper White regular piece of cardstock that I ran through my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine with the largest stitched shapes. This is the square. Then I've got a 3x3 pumpkin pie. And let me tell you a secret of what I do for my classes. So this is a 3x3 pumpkin pie. I have the Plaid Tidings Designer Series paper. This is a 3 3/4 by 5 piece. And then I've got a 4 by 5 1/4 Whisper White. So normally for my classes, I would take this and I would cut out the square from the middle, because this is going to layer up and nobody will know, right? So I didn't do that this time. And then I have a pumpkin pie card base. So let's get all of our pieces onto, I want the pieces onto the white first. So like I said, I stamped on my little pumpkin. So I want to kind of layer these up. I have the witch's hat that came from the kit that I'm going to layer up. And then I have my little Have a Happy Halloween. So I kind of got to get all my pieces how I want them before I glue them down. So up here, there's stems on the pumpkin, and I want to cover them up with the witch's hat. So, and then this, I can kind of sort of have it hang off the side a little bit. That would be cute. So let me put my pumpkin down first, or jack-o'-lanterns, I guess, now at this point, because I've stamped on them. So I'm kind of going down to the bottom corner. And then I have to kind of decide, do I do my hat next, or I'm going to do my Happy Halloween next. So it's going to go over a tad, so I'm just going to kind of, don't put adhesive to all the edges. And then my witch's hat. Okay, that looks great. And why don't I I'm just going to go up to the 3x3 pumpkin pie now. And if you have the layering squares, you could kind of use the layering squares here. But I just wanted to show an alternative. If you don't have this stitched, you could do like a 3x3 and then a 3 1/4 by 3 1/4, or 3 1/8 by 3 1/8. So if you don't have what I'm using, you can always improvise with what you have. So again, this is the Plaid Tidings, and the colors coordinate perfectly with the pumpkin pie and the white and the black. It has some other colors in here, but those were the main prominent colors I wanted to focus on. Okay. So, and then here's my little 3x3. Now you could totally embellish this more. I just wanted to show a sample with the kit. In the kit, there's not a ton for embellishments. There's a whole bunch of kind of curly cues, stems. There's some Whisper White and basic black twine. So I could take some twine and wrap it around and make a bow. So that's another idea. So I'm trying to line this up with the stripes and the plaid. So another idea with taking the Hello Pumpkin, Paper Pumpkin products and using some other products in your stash. So again, here's a look at the cards. And then I just have a couple quick announcements. So one is Paper Pumpkin's a monthly kit, and I just wanted to point out that the October kit is going to be Joy to the World. So there are going to be obviously more holiday themed cards. And to sign up for this, you need to sign up by October 10th to get the October kit. So the funny story about my kit is that my box actually came this past Tuesday is the day that it was delivered. And I don't think I checked my mail that day. So Wednesday, I had tracked one of my stamping orders and I had found out that my kit was here on Wednesday, I believe. I go out to my mailbox and my kit is stuck in my mailbox because our mailboxes, I live in a condo complex, so our mailboxes are about the size of the Paper Pumpkin kits, the width. So I cannot get the box out of there. So that was Wednesday, and then Thursday the box is still stuck in there. So now it's been 3 days that my mailbox is keeping my package, holding my package hostage. So then I sent, a polite complaint to the post office, local post office, saying, can you please put that box in a larger locked box because it's stuck in there. So I wasn't sure I was going to be able to actually do this live this morning with the box, but luckily on Friday it was finally unstuck in a larger box. So that's the funny story about this kit. Let me grab my class. This Wednesday is the last day to RSVP for my Halloween sampler class. Let me grab it. If you saw in the beginning, it was over my shoulder. So I just want to give a quick look on the video. So this is a 12 by 12 Halloween themed sampler with the Ghoulish Goodies and the Magic in This Night suite of products. So it's the Ghoulish Goodies stamp set, but then I used everything else from, well, not everything else, there's a whole bunch of different things, but primarily the designer paper, the ribbon, the pearls, the black glitter paper are from the Magic in This Night suite. So Wednesday, September 23rd is the last day to RSVP. If you're not on my mailing list, please let me know and I can add you to it. You can also find my class information on my blog, which is christinestamps.blogspot.com. And let me bring the camera up to do the last couple announcements. That's a little bit better. Hey. So I have a September host code going still until September 30th, and I will put the details below. But that code is KNBM2RHV. And if you spend over $25 this month, you will get from me a packet of make and takes featuring the Magic in This Night Designer Series paper. So I'm really excited. 2 weeks from yesterday, I'm actually doing my first in-person class up in Maine. Assuming I have a negative COVID test, which I assume I will. I have not had any symptoms or anything. So it will be my first in-person class since March. So it'll be very exciting. And just to let you know, the Get and Go promotion ends on September 30th. So if you are looking to buy the new Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine and get a discount, or if you are just looking for a discount because you love Stampin' Up! Products, please let me know and shoot me a message, because there's a special this month where you can get 2 free stamp sets, which are the Queen's Anne's lace and So Much Love, I believe it is, a packet of rhinestones, and 16 card kit, all prepped and cut for you. And you get that in addition to your starter kit. So you're going to get $125 of merchandise for $99. You're going to get free shipping, a paper pumpkin code to use at a future date, and then those 2 extra stamp sets, the rhinestones and the card pack. So you would need to sign up by September 30th for that. So shoot me a message if you want to join my team, the Sweet and Simple Stampers. So that's it for this week. I'll be back next week with a project to share. Have a great week.